Prologue. The ringing on the doorbell. The magnolia tree cast long shadows over the porch like a silent sentinel as the late afternoon sun bathed the Elmwood residence in golden hues. Inside, Leila Marshall was humming a soft tune, a song she learned from her grandmother, as she arranged fresh flowers in a ceramic vase. The fragrance of jasmine and vanilla filled the living room. It had been a peaceful week. Her husband Alex was at work, and their 7-year-old daughter, Emma, was finishing her homework at the kitchen table. Leila's thoughts drifted to dinner. Lemon herb chicken with roasted vegetables, Alex's favorite. But the chime of the doorbell shattered her calm. She crossed the room, wondering who could be visiting unannounced. When she opened the door, her breath caught. 2 uniformed private security officers stood on the porch, their expressions polite but firm. "Leila Marshall," one asked. She nodded. "Yes. Can I help you? We have a request from Mrs. Margaret Sinclair," the officer began. "She asked us to come by and assist with the situation between you and Mr. Marshall." Leila froze. Margaret Sinclair, her mother-in-law. Her heart thudded. "What is this about?" she asked, trying to keep her voice steady. "We're here to ensure peace and safety in the household," the officer said, eyes flicking to the garden. Leila's mind raced. Inside, Emma looked up, puzzled by the unexpected guests. Before Leila could respond, the security officers stepped forward, their stance resolute. And everything changed. Chapter 1. The rumor that started it all. It had begun weeks ago, just a whisper, a comment passed in passing. Margaret Sinclair, stern and commanding, had never fully accepted Leila. She believed her daughter, Julia, deserved someone more stable, someone from a wealthier family, someone who could secure her future. Leila, a soft-spoken music teacher, never sought approval. But Margaret insisted her own way. A misunderstanding, a misinterpreted text message between Alex and a colleague. Margaret had seized the moment. With practiced precision, she had spun a narrative that Leila was secretive, untrustworthy, and dangerously ambitious. And now, she had called her private security, elite professionals she had access to through her wealthy status, to monitor Leila's behavior and ensure her control of the household. Alex's phone had buzzed with a message from his mother: "Something's not right. They're hiding things from you." And Alex, confused and emotionally raw from work stress, believed it. YouTube Chapter 2. The first confrontation. Leila stood frozen as Officer Reynolds stepped forward. "Mrs. Sinclair has asked us to observe and report anything concerning," he said, straight-faced. Leila blinked, disbelief swirling in her mind. "Observe? Report to whom?" she asked. "Mrs. Sinclair," he said. "She's concerned for Mr. Marshall's well-being." The words hit Leila like ice-cold rain. Her breath hitched. "Are you here to arrest me?" she asked, her voice trembling. Reynolds looked uncomfortable. "No, ma'am," he said. "We're here to ensure safety." Leila looked at her daughter, now watching from the kitchen doorway. "Emma, sweetheart," she called gently. "Why don't you finish your homework in your room?" Emma nodded, sensing seriousness in her voice. Leila turned back to the officers. "May I speak to Alex?" she asked. Reynolds hesitated. "Mrs. Sinclair requested all communication go through her first," he said, avoiding eye contact. Leila felt as if the ground was slipping beneath her. This wasn't a mistake. This was orchestrated, and she knew exactly who was behind it. Chapter 3. The call that broke her heart. With trembling hands, Leila reached for her cell phone. She dialed Alex. It rang once, twice. Then he picked up, his voice guarded. "Leila, Alex, the security officers," she began. There was a long pause. "What did you do?" Alex asked. "What do you mean?" she asked, stunned. "They're from my mother's firm," he said. "She said she's worried about us. She said she has proof." Leila's heart cracked. "Proof of what?" she asked, voice barely above a whisper. "That you're hiding things from me," Alex said. She felt her knees weaken. "Alex, I would never hide anything from you. You know that." "There's some evidence she showed me," he said, voice tight. "Pictures, messages. You have to explain them." But Leila didn't get the chance. The officers interrupted. "Mr. Reynolds spoke first. Mr. Marshall, we need to speak with you and your wife privately," he said. Alex hesitated, torn and confused. Leila grasped his sleeve. "Alex, listen to me. This isn't about safety. This is about control. She wants to divide us." But Alex's gaze didn't focus on her. Instead, he stepped outside. Leila watched in horror as the door closed. And in that moment, she felt the anchor of her relationship begin to slip. Chapter 4. Pieces of a puzzle. Had it all been a misunderstanding? No, Leila's heart knew the truth. She remembered the text messages she never sent, drafts she kept for later, stored in the phone's memory. She remembered how Margaret had visited twice without telling her. She remembered the dinner, the subtle jabs, the seed planting of doubt. Had Margaret fabricated something, manipulated evidence, used screenshots out of context? Leila needed answers, but most of all, she needed Alex back. In the kitchen, Emma wiped her eyes, small and frightened. "Mom, what's happening?" Emma asked. Leila kneeled beside her. "Nothing we can't fix," she whispered. "I promise." But inside, her heart whispered in doubt. Chapter 5. The turning point. The officers escorted Alex and Leila into the living room. Margaret was already there, seated with a poised, unreadable expression. "Leila," she said warmly, as if nothing was wrong. "I just want peace for my son." Alex stood behind her, arms crossed. "Mom, what is all this?" he asked. Margaret smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Leila has been evasive," she said. "She hasn't shared everything with you, Alex." Leila's jaw tightened. "What isn't shared is none of your business," she said. "You don't understand," Margaret said, standing. "You have made decisions without consulting Alex." "Because I manage this household and hold responsibilities," Leila said, her voice steady. A silence hovered. Then Margaret placed a small envelope on the table. "These are copies of messages, photos, we found them recently," she said. Alex reached for the envelope. Leila felt the world slow. Inside, pages of screenshots, selectively edited messages, and misinterpreted photos. But something was off. Her own words, twisted. Her own intentions, misrepresented. Margaret's smile deepened as Alex scanned the pages. His expression hardened. Leila stood, eyes brimming but unyielding. "Alex, listen to me, these are taken out of context," she said. But he couldn't hear her. Not yet. Chapter 6. The breaking edge. Alex's voice was stern. "I don't know what to believe anymore," he said. Leila's heart pounded. All the promises, the trust, the years of patience, wavered. "How could you doubt me?" she asked, voice high with emotion. "I want evidence," he said coldly. "Something real." Leila realized then that trust, once cracked, was harder to fix than broken glass. Tears fell. Emma covered her face. Margaret watched, poised, composed, as if this was the moment she had planned. It was. But Leila had one final move. She reached into her pocket, her phone, and opened a voice recording. Something her grandmother once told her. "If truth is on your side, let it speak." Grandma Thornton. She pressed play. Chapter 7. The unmasking. The voice recording filled the room, raw and real. It was a message Alex had sent her months ago, before all this began. "I love you," he had said. "Whatever comes, we face together." The tone, gentle, unequivocal, devoted. And then another recording. This one Margaret's own voice, reciting her concerns, not about safety, but about her own fear of loss. But something revealed itself. A slip of the tongue, Margaret admitting to manufacturing evidence. The room fell silent. Alex stared at the phone. Margaret's confident mask wavered. "I meant well," she began. Alex turned white. Leila stood before him, hurt, but unbroken. "I loved you," she whispered. Not as a token of convenience, but as a choice. Chapter 8. A fractured piece. The security officers left quietly, their presence no longer needed. Margaret retreated, her empire of control diminished. Alex stood beside Leila, eyes red but clearer than before. I didn't know what to think," he said softly. Leila exhaled, a breath she didn't know she'd been holding. "You still need to trust me," she said. He nodded. They walked to Emma, now standing shyly. And in her smile, fragile and bright, they found a spark of hope. Epilogue. The magnolia bloom. Weeks later, under the shade of the magnolia tree, the family gathered for a small picnic. The petals drifted in the breeze like tiny white clouds. Leila wrapped her arms around Alex. He kissed her forehead, gently. "We're stronger now," he said. "We are," she smiled. And beneath the magnolia blossoms, amid forgiveness, courage, and renewed faith, their family breathed again. Please support me and subscribe my channel.